Estás entrando a la experiencia Latino Radio TV a través de este stream. No olvides que también puedes escucharnos a través de nuestra aplicación Latino Radio TV bajándola directamente de iOS o Android.
Soy Royo y puedes verme en vivo todos los lunes por la mañana a las 8 tiempo de Texas y a las 9 hora de Florida por Facebook y YouTube. Then, while you're driving home from work in the afternoon, you can listen to my show on LatinoRadioTV.com every Monday, 6:30 p.m. Florida time, 5:30 p.m. Texas time. Come experience Actitud y Pasión with Royo. Y recuerda, tienes una cita con Royo cada lunes por la mañana. Nos vemos.
Sigue con nosotros. Vive la magia Latino Radio TV.
Hey, good morning, buenos dias. This is Royo and Hilda. How's it going, Hilda? What's up?
Hi, good morning. Good morning.
Buenos dias a París. Bonjour, 𝗩𝗶𝘃𝗲𝗦. Buenos dias, Argentina, Adriana, México, 𝗥𝗘𝗗𝗘𝗦. Florida, good morning, New York, good morning, California, good morning, New Mexico. Wow, we're here, we're live, and man, we're going to have a great show, aren't we? And guys, I turned out the stream right now. I opened up the show, and Hilda was waiting, and doesn't Hilda look amazing? Man, I tell you, man, Hilda's the eye candy of Latino Radio TV and ACTITUD y PASIÓN.
Thank you, Ray. Good morning, guten Morgen, buenos dias.
Give us some Chinese and all that. No, whoa. Wow, man, we had
a Hasi-Hasi-O.
Hasi-Hasi-O.
Yes, hello.
Hasi-Hasi-O, hello.
In Korean.
Oh, man. So, Hasi-Hasi-O, Hasi-Hasi-O. We need to have you some.
Hasi-Hasi-O.
Hasi-Hasi-O. I like that. Hasi-Hasi-O.
Hasi-Hasi-O.
Hasi-Hasi-O. Hey, so, wow. So, what you do this weekend, Hilda?
Well, actually, I have 4 chinchas, which are the granddaughters.
4 chinchas. Not Sanchas, chinchas.
You know, it's funny you asked, what did I do? Well, you know, I don't cook much, like at all. I don't have no meat in my freezer because it might get frostbite, right?
Frostbite.
So I don't have no meat. You can come and they'll probably call welfare on myself because I don't have no food, right? So I go out like the Germans do and buy every day if I need something.
Yeah.
I just call out for, takeout. But anyway, I decided because the 4 girls, the 4 chinchas spend the night, all of them. So I went and bought some food and I said, you know what? I feel like eating. So I made some pollo with rice, right? So the girls came over and the little bitty one, she walks in and my daughter goes, God, that smells really good. And my little girl goes, did you buy a new house?
Why?
Yeah, because it smelled awesome in here. She goes, did you buy a new house? She's only 3 years old. We're like, is it that obvious?
Wow. Well, I mean, you know what? In the real estate game, they tell the people, before you show a show, put a pie in the oven. and then when they walk in, it smells like grandma's house. It smells like mama's house. And so that smells relates to, I feel comfortable in this place. I want to buy this house. And it, I mean, the smells, man, they take him in the senses.
But the grandkids aren't used to that kind of stuff at Granny's house.
Well, por eso, because they might be used to it at home, that kind of deal.
Buy a new house? I'm like, are you walking into different stuff in the house? It does smell.
O vinieron los neighbors y te la limpiaron.
No, the house always clean. It's just smell. No, they're not allowed to make messes. So.
Well, I know that you get the Wi-Fi from your neighbors, and you run the water. You run the water through a water hose from the other neighbor, and I know you run the electricity through extension cords from another neighbor, and so. So man, you don't pay any utilities and you get Wi-Fi free. I love it.
I do, and my cable, I steal that from a password that I grabbed from a person that was over there at Walmart, and I seen them write the code down. So it's so easy just to live for free from everybody.
So steal your passwords for free movies.
Yeah, and then I get my clothes for free too. No, just kidding. Don't go say stuff like that. Oh my god.
Hashtag fundraising for Hilda
in October, and that's a killer. So I'm cash at me. Nah, just
man. I tell you, man. Coming closer to the camera, Hilda. You look amazing. We want to see you.
Hey, my hair's finally growing.
Your hair looks awesome. I don't know. Your hair looks awesome, and your lipstick looks awesome. I like what you're wearing. I like what you're wearing. The black and pink just are so on. It's like, wow.
The lipstick is Estee Lauder. So,
Órale.
Yeah.
Ka-ching. We just got $1,000 for that commercial.
Estee Lauder lipstick. Yes.
You see, Hilda models for Estee Lauder. Spokesperson. No, yes. Pues sí. Pues wow, man. Man, it was an exciting weekend. This weekend, I got invited to go to, 281 Saloon up in Brownsville.
And you really got me jealous because you were so close to Rudy Carr. Oh my God.
Well, I gave everybody a hug. That's what they do. I know I gave Ruby Ann a big hug and even a little kiss on the cheek. Yeah, she killed it, man. She killed it. And of course, there was your buddy Mighty Mouse was on. He was there. Y estaba your other buddy Mark Alanis. Yeah, he was there. Estaba Joseph. Estaba Ramon Lucio. Man, who else was there? Was of course your camote Rudy Carr.
My Rudy Carr. He's gonna start being my sidekick.
Your sidekick, man. What is it that you're putting? You somebody's looking for a co-host or what? And you're gonna you and Rudy Carr are gonna start.
You better watch it because Chris. No, he's taking my place.
No, I thought that you and Rudy Carr were gonna start a show.
Oh, are we? No.
Hey, Adriana, Argentina. Wow, Adriana. Doesn't she look beautiful, Adriana? Look at her.
Aww, thank
Desde
you.
Argentina te miran la belleza.
Y'all had an awesome show this morning.
What? Wasn't it? I mean, it was cool.
Was.
Man, Adriana comes up with the most fabulous ideas. And
I couldn't post because I can't write like that. But you know what? She's talking about taking challenges. When I went to Thailand, I love the water. I can swim. My dad was a commercial diver.
Right.
So I love the water. When I went to Thailand with my son, you know those glides when you get on a boat and they pull you up in the air? What is that called?
Okay. With a parachute?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I got on one of those.
Like in Acapulco. Actually, I think that's where it started, in Acapulco. It's like a speedboat, and then all of a sudden you're on skis and on a speedboat, and all of a sudden the parachute goes out and you're up there in the sky. That is so cool.
Well, I got pictures. Y'all had that show, and then I was getting ready to get on this one. But I did that. I'm so daring that I will do stuff.
Oh, my goodness.
Me and I'm going to do it.
Oh,
and my brother and I have been wanting to skydive and bungee cord. Yeah.
Bungee cord.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Do it. Don't challenge me because I will do it.
Bungee cord. I love it.
My son said, "Do it, Mom. Do it." And you know what? I was not going to go to Thailand just to go sightsee. I was going to go and do stuff. So I did it. I'm gonna have to show you that picture when I.
Oh man, you need to send it to me. We can post
yes,
it.
I will.
You know,
I
wow.
was up there in the air.
But you know what? That when you said bungee cord, that reminded me of Selena. You know, right before and the the guy next to her, you know, says all it takes is a step.
It
and
does.
It's true. All it takes is a step, man. And yeah, she is brave. Yeah, man. Hilda is kick butt brave, man. She's tough. She's a tough woman.
Well, I hadn't seen my son in 7 years, so he's like, "Mom, come out to Thailand to meet my family." When he was over there married, so I'm like, "I'm going. I'm going to fly 30 hours, be over there 30 hours to go see my son." Yes.
You can send me $1,000.
Let me do a GoFund and I'll send it to you, Adriana.
I dare you to send me $1,000. That should have been it, Adriana. Te reto que me mandes $1,000.
We'll do a GoFund and we'll send it to her.
Wow, ¿qué dice? Yeah. I dare you. No, I dare you. No, I'm so proud of Adriana because, man, I got her speaking English, and she speaks a lot of English now, and so it's like awesome. Hey, mira que está aquí. Ahora, this could be Norma, but I
Carlos P. Garcia.
Yes, I think it was Carlos. A grupo, no, Juan Bautista también, because they came on earlier, and sorry I didn't recognize you. But sometimes when it doesn't
that
translate.
Could be Luis A.G. too.
Yes, Luis A.G. as well. Luis, qué bonito día para ti. Anoche te estaba viendo en el live y, man, eres increíble, man. Bro, eres increíble, man. Yo creía que era música, pero ahí la estabas tocando con la música y todo eso, ¿verdad? Man, you're awesome. Let me check out my feed over here, make sure everything is on. Yes, we're on. We're live. Obviously, because people are making comments, right? So, man, I tell you, well, man, it was a great evening that Saturday night, and man, the music was awesome. As some of you know, I do not come from the Tejano industry background. I started doing the show. Ruby and I did a show, and then pretty soon I hooked up with Hilda, and then Hilda and I started the show, and now we have the music show, and Hilda knows everything about music. I'm learning from Hilda. Hilda's mentoring me through the music industry course. So I had, other than when I was little, we'd go to quinceañeras. I had never been to a concert, would you say, to a club that features Tejano music, and man, I loved it, man. It was awesome. The lights, I mean, everything was very professional, man. Ramone Lucio, man, actually gets off the stage and he's walking around and shaking hands with the audience and singing to them, and it's like, dude, man, it's amazing. And it's cool. Hey, mira que está aquí. A ver, ¿qué está? Alex, a ver qué dice. Alex, how's it going? Están mandando, dice, we're sending people.
Sending tags.
Yes, I love it. Good morning, Joe. How's it going? You doing all right, Joe? I'm glad you're here.
Good morning, Rigo. Joe Fonseca. He's from Dallas.
Had a great conversation with Rigo. Rigo, buenos días. Had a great conversation. Man, that dude is amazing. He's got lots of wisdom. He makes life very simple in a way. He said, man, don't worry about what's going on, man. You just live your life and move on to the next step. And it's like, it's so true, man. So many times we worry about who's present, who's not, who's in control, who's this and that. And sometimes we don't have control, man. So we just got to do us, do our thing. And it's like,
there's Michael Gato from Critterville. He's called
Hey, Michael, ¿cómo te va? How's it going, man?
Hey, Michael, you working? You want me to send you a link and you can come on the show
and talk to us?
Michael Gato is from what's that? He's on a talk show. He's
man, we definitely want him. He's a crazy dude. Ándale. Hey, man, love your profile picture, man. That's a cool hat you're wearing, man. You look cool. Luces bien. Oh man. So yeah. So what did you do, Hilda, this weekend, man? Come on, this is
You know what? Actually, I stayed
were
home the
were
whole
you having
weekend.
dinner with one of those friends that you met in Las Vegas and he flew his plane over
Oh,
to
stop it. I did not meet nobody. I was there to I was a spectator, but I was there to just look around.
Oh, you're working at the moment? Oh man, sorry.
Yeah. I was not there to I'm single, bilingual, and ready to mingle, but I'm not ready to date.
Oh, dale.
Yeah.
She's on the edge of dating. She needs to take the next step, right, guys? She
I
needs to
haven't found anybody yet, you know.
Yeah, and the ones that you do, pues viven lejos.
You know what they do? There isn't anybody here in Killeen, or if there is, I don't know because I don't go out.
But you know what? I mean, let's get into relationships and all of that. But in relationships, what's the first thing? Conversation. You meet somebody, you look at somebody, they look nice, they look appealing, there's chemistry, but it all starts with conversations. It all starts like, hey, how's it going? I'm Royal. What's your name? Well,
But
hey,
your name is Ray.
My name's Ray. Well, my name's Ray. Yeah. I don't say Royal. I always say Ray. This Royal thing happened because I have a chess team, and it's called the Royal Knights. And I opened up a Facebook profile page that was Royal Knights, and then I used to make comments in other pages, and people started to call me Royal Knights and Mr. Knights and Mr. Royal, and y se quedó Royal, y so people know me by Royal, y por eso. But you know what? I've been seriously thinking of putting it back and just calling myself just Ray Martinez. But then in the industry, there's another Ray Martinez, and it's like, oh, maybe there's gonna be confusion there.
Oh, I seen that. And I don't
but
know
I'm
if
usually Ray,
but I met him in Vegas. But you know what? I was dating someone like for 12 years, but I'm so independent and I live by myself.
Yeah.
And I'm like a remote control. I'm in control. My brother comes over and he thinks he's the boss, but you know what? I'm chief and commander here.
There you go.
I'm the boss. I can't have nobody tell me what to do. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I've been single for 17 years, like
you love where you're at and you feel comfortable where you're at. And so it's a little bit uncomfortable to deal with somebody else. And then a lot of times they bring baggage and attitudes y que esto que el otro, and they want to change your life. And no, man, hey, you know what? Conversation, and that's why you have great conversations with people outside outside anywhere. I have amazing conversations with people outside the world, outside the United States, and all over, even within the United States, and all that. I've never met them, but we have amazing conversations because a friendship develops over conversation, and so text is very important. You text one another and you're kind of texting the real you. It's not like, you're faking it and all that. And the truth comes out, and so you meet each other at a deeper level. And then, so, that I know people that they met online and they were having conversations, and then they met and they fell in love. Of course, they were already in love before they met, and so they got married, and they've been together for years because it all developed over a deep friendship. And those of you that are going after a relationship out there, I mean, the one night stand and all of that, I guess it's okay for you if that's what you want, but it's not going to take you to a
one night stand is for a teenager,
forever relationship.
A one night stand is for a teenager.
The get together.
It's not going to work here. It's like being divorced for 17 years. It's like going on a date and hooking up. It's like an alcoholic taking a drink after 15 years and then drinking it. It's like you're going to fall off that wagon after like being together for a couple of years, and then it's going to like ruin it. You got to make sure you know what you're going to do before you take that step. And after 17 years, if I'm going to get in a relationship, I better know what the hell I'm doing.
Right.
Because I'm not going to go mess it up.
And you know what? a good relationship also gives you room to grow, because you're both growing. Just because you're in a relationship, it doesn't mean that I dominate her or she dominates me or she wants me to go a certain way or I want her to go a certain way. No, we both have to grow, yes, together, but also apart, because we both can be successful going in our different paths, but then coming back and supporting each other, not only financially, but mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. And that's where the relationship grows, right there, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely. ¿Qué dice Mimi? Viene
Yes.
Mimi dice, good
Live
morning,
life
guys.
is better.
Life
Independent
is
answer
better.
is
Yo,
no way.
independent answer to no one. So Mimi's
Thank
got
you,
the
Mimi.
El Chicote. Wow.
No, but you know what? I have 4
Hey, Randy,
granddaughters.
how's it morning?
Randy, good morning. But you know what?
Randy ya tiene ball de chain.
You know what? No, seriously. I love what I do, and I'm not going to stop for nobody. My kids, my granddaughters come first, yes.
Yes.
But I don't introduce them to nobody.
Yeah, I saw that. I noticed that.
Yes, to nobody. So
not even. Hey guys, not even. I was going to Dallas on the way there, and I figured, hey Hilda, let's meet. We're working on this project. This was a while back. I mean, maybe now she might, pero this was like probably 2 weeks after I had met her, and we had done maybe 2 shows, maybe 3 shows, and I said, I won't be able to stop or anything. It's not going to be like dating or anything like that. I just want to, say hi, meet you, maybe. I mean, meet you and meet you and maybe have a cup of coffee. And she said no. And I go, oh, and I felt bad, but then I understood why. Because an independent woman does not bring anybody to her house or anybody to her life, even if it's a man friend. Because and it's true, guys, because she's got to be an example to the little ones that are around there. And she's always around her granddaughters. And and it's cool, and I respected that a lot. I go, man, and then the more I've known you, I've grown to respect that more, and I felt like it wasn't that you didn't want to meet with me.
No.
I just felt that you, because we are great friends now. I mean, we're like buddies now.
I've gotten to know you a lot more.
And you know where I'm coming from in the whole bit. And I kid around with Hilda all the time, but she knows where I'm at and the whole bit. And that's the thing, I think a woman should always give her place. Guys, I mean, we grew up with this saying, don't give out the milk until they buy the cow.
But yeah, but I'm in control. I'm the remote. I'm chief and commander. And my brother tries to come in. I'm like, dude, you got your own house. You go over there and you meddle over there, but not here.
You go do your thing at your place, man. You over here, you live by my rules, man.
Exactly.
It's my rule, my way or the highway, buddy. Si no, vete a la fregada. No te necesito.
You know what? Actually, I have alarm and cameras here. And one time I didn't give it. Well, I don't give him the alarm here. And the cops even came up here one time. Jamie Canales was here. And he's like, don't open the door. Don't open the door. I'm like, well, stop messing around, dude. Go to bed.
That is funny, man.
It's funny, yeah. I mean, like, seriously, I'm being serious, dude.
Wow.
Go to bed. Yeah. But anyway, we have some great interviews coming up, y'all. And anybody wants to interview, contact Hilda Pena or Rollo.
Or call me, Ray Martinez, on my profile. Send me a friend's request. Yes. Message me, and man, I'll hook it up. If you want to come, if you want us to do a show for you, this is what I need. I need a message from you, of course, to communicate. Then we need to do a pre-test on StreamYard to see that you can even get on. We've had some guests that can't get on, or they have bad internet, or whatever the case is. And of course, that's not going to work. But once we do that, as a matter of fact, this afternoon at my 2 o'clock, and on Eastern Standard Time, 1 o'clock. Well, probably about 1:15. We're doing a pre-test with Gabriela. Finally, because she's busy, man. And so, wow, it's gonna happen, and she's gonna be on the show soon. August something. She's coming in
August 11th.
August 11th. Yes, I have her here on my calendar. August 11th. It's a Thursday.
And if you have an iPhone, just contact me. I'll teach you how to get on because it's very difficult to get on. I've learned how, and
we figured it out. Android is easy.
Let you know how to get on.
Android is easy, pero
iPhone's a little difficult,
August
but I know how to do it.
August the 4th, we got the pint-sized little person, amazing little giant, gigantic voice. 𝗂𝗂𝗧𝗜𝗍𝗂 is going to be here on ACTITUD y PASIÓN and Latino Radio TV on the music show on Thursday, August the 4th. And we're gonna work on the pre-test this week. They've been really busy. In fact, I was talking to Fami this morning and all of that. And of course, on Thursdays we have 𝗍𝗂𝘂𝗂𝗧𝗏 from that amazing group. Yes.
I don't know how to say
Contacto. Contacto grupo. Well, I go bad, man. I'm bad with my names. But guys, man, we're having great chills and we're always looking.
Are you there, Ramon Lucio?
Ramon Lucio, ¿estás allí, Ramon Lucio? I don't see you.
I'm going to send you a link so you can come on and talk about your event this past weekend.
Yeah. Let's get Ramon in here. He's always a good thing. Man, I'm trying to jumpstart this. It's on my, I guess I have to, there you go. All right, I just want to make sure, there you go. Joe.
Is he coming?
Joe will join us in a little bit, guys. A ver, ¿dónde estamos?
Is he coming?
Yeah. He's coming. He's just has to get some stuff ready. But he's going to be
Ramon
here.
Lucio wants to come on just for a little bit.
All right, we're live in the pages of ACTITUD y PASIÓN. We're live on the pages of Latino Radio TV.
So what did you do besides going off and flirting with Rudy Carr?
I wasn't flirting with Rudy Carr. Rudy Carr was flirting with me, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
No. I had a great time, and I walked around, and it was fun. It was a solid, nice evening. Came in, said hi to everybody, walked out, got my computer, my laptop, set it up. But I did realize that we can do StreamYard stuff. It was cool to have Ruby come in, and we were talking there. Everybody got to see them. Rudy Carr came in, and so but of course everybody else, they were busy doing stuff. But it was because I needed to have a light, and I needed to have maybe a microphone because even though you couldn't really hear me, plus the music was really loud and the whole bit and all that. And look at here coming in. Oh my goodness, Ramon Lucio is in the house.
Man, you guys are bad. You guys are bad.
Hey man, we're here. You are awesome, dude. I never seen you perform, and I was just wow, man. You actually do the hands out, and you sing, you walk around, and you're talking and shaking people's hands and kissing mamas and kissing daddies, and I'm kidding. No, but you get into the crowd, man, and there's all these women putting dollar bill down your pants, oh my goodness,
gigolo. Oh no.
He got on top of the table and he was shaking the booty, and oh my goodness, man, you definitely put on the show, man. No, I'm kidding. He did get on top of a chair. I will say that. He did get on top of the chair. And he took his shirt off.
El sombrero. I hear and I seen pictures because Rudy Carr me los mandó. Estaban bien embraced. Estaba besándose y todo. Is that true?
Yeah, that's me.
¿Y tú también estabas con esos tres?
Sí, no. And I think that's the reason why, gracias a Diosito, I actually won the award for Entertainer of the Year at the Guadalupe Award Show, because I've shown my true colors, what I do, to embrace and give it all that I can to the people, man. I mean, para la gente nosotros, I mean, I always try my best to give them as much as I can. I mean, para que la gente se sienta bien contenta y pues se vayan también contentos, because como ahora que estuve con el señor ese que estaba allí, and you saw him, Ray, el señor que estaba cantando conmigo, Paloma Negra, I mean, we were face to face and we were singing away. I mean, it was like awesome. I mean, I mean, they sent me some pictures. I mean, from over the weekend.
Well.
No,
hey,
man.
Wow.
Yeah, that was on that. Yeah, man. It was like, man, y el señor bien feliz, you know, and it's like, wow, man. No,
Yeah.
no es verdad. Hey, Sylvia, ¿cómo te va, Sylvia? Johnny Meadows in the house. He's up there on the skybox. Aldiana, of course, she came in and made some comments. If you come in and see the show, man, give us some hearts, give us some likes. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, ACTITUD y PASIÓN. And all of that, and pretty soon we'll be doing some stuff with that channel. So
yes,
we're
follow
getting
us
it ready.
on all social medias.
Oh,
everywhere.
definitely.
Mira,
Mine.
Hola,
Mimi. Wow,
Just to let
man.
you guys know, we're going to Austin this coming weekend. We'll be in
30th,
Austin.
¿verdad?
On the 30th, we'll be in Austin, Texas. As popular back by popular demand. So we're going back, and it's called Hill's Backyard. Man, last time that we were there, we brought down the house, and I mean, we brought it down.
Como un chubasco, Lucio.
No, man. They heard about his sex appeal. He said,
sex appeal.
all the guys are waiting for him outside to beat him up because he's got all the women in there, man.
Who has the women, Lucio?
Lucio, man, he's a chick magnet.
No.
Lucio, so do you get on the bar and stuff like that too?
On el bar, no.
You should try it like Coyote Ugly.
Sí, no, en el bar, no. Nomás, I do get on the chair because, pues como estoy chaparrito.
Hey, but you should try that. You know, when you get on the chair and balance it out, like on the back of the chair in the front.
Ay, pues, un hombre.
You should try it.
Sí.
Pónganse
a trabajar hoy, Flores.
Oye, mira cómo te va, mi vida. Besitos, cariño.
¿Y tú qué estás haciendo aquí? Si no estás trabajando tú o qué?
Me? I'm working. I told you guys.
He's working. Hey, Viviana, I wanted one of those marshmallows you were cooking over there. You and your kid were cooking, man. That was awesome. You quería marshmallows.
Viviana Flores here says, pónganse a trabajar. Y ella, ¿qué hace aquí?
Déjala, quiere ver el show.
Hold on, guys. Hold on, okay? Hold on.
Yes. Te llamó el 𝗂𝗃𝗃. Yeah. Yeah, they say I love them too. Yeah, man, those are cool, man. Those are things you normally don't do. Here, let me remove them for a little bit. Those are things you normally don't do. Is like, you know, do marshmallows. Those are, you know, that brings memories. You know, but yeah, wow. So we're the Monday Brunch, man. We're here to have a good time.
Well, I guess he must have had some bad connection or something.
No. He has to make a call. You know, he is working, but he's on his.
Today's Monday. Ramon Lucio don't work on Mondays. I don't think. He says he's always off.
He's always off on Monday. No, but no say. So, hey, man. So, wow, man. It's great to have people just come in and say hi and then bye or whatever. Or, you know, maybe come in and sing a song and, you know, that kind of deal. Gabriela, if you're around, I think you said you might want to come in or not. Mándale un link a Gabriela Salazar.
I thought she was,
no, that was Gabby Martinez.
Okay, let me see if Dodie.
Yeah, Dodie. Yeah, get Dodie in here. I like to meet her. She's cool. I think. Well, she did an interview here recently. Yes, wow, man. Hold on, let me. Hold on, ¿qué está pasando aquí con esto?
Let me see. Let me see.
Who else we gonna bring in?
I wanted to. Luis A.G. is not on. Anybody wants to come on in and tell us about your awesome weekend. There's going to be a Conjunto Fest in Grand Prairie coming up at Traders Village on the 4th of September. I will be there with David Gonzalez. We will be bringing him on the show here soon so he can discuss it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me send him the link. Maybe he'll get on.
All right. Let's see what happens here. We got some more comments. Having an amazing day. Yes. Yeah. So what are you doing today? That's amazing.
Me, I was supposed to go to the gym. I've been
There
lucky.
is
Oh,
he.
mira,
He's
Ramone,
back.
I'm back.
Are you working today? Because you're always off on Mondays, by my understanding.
Really, guys?
You're not working today, ¿verdad? Andas de
No,
flojo.
I am at work.
Are you? No me asustes, asústame.
Yes, I am at work.
But you're usually off on Mondays, aren't you?
No.
Ay, no.
Nada más que de repente pasa un holiday o algo y pues that's how I actually, I'm off en esa manera. So,
okay.
Pero yeah, I mean, because of holidays or whatever. Pero mientras tanto, the good thing that my job permits me to have a day off for any reason, or if it's a gig, I mean, aunque les hable con tiempo, todo está bien. So that's how I mean, I have an opportunity to work for this department and for the company.
No, you know what también, man, you guys, like I was asking Ruby and Carlos, hey guys, is there ever a time where you have to drive from a gig and then the next morning you have to work? You know, because Ruby's an officer, or sometimes that was not even the question. I was saying after the show you have to go to work, and he said yes. Sometimes we get as soon as we get, I have to go to work, and it's like because she'll go in like maybe 4 a.m. or something like that, and it's and she got a long shift, and it's like, man, you've been jamming. And one time we had like 3 different gigs. And like maybe on a Saturday, a Sunday, or something like that, where you're doing some driving, and you wind up coming home, and then you gotta go to work. It's like, oh man, tough. Mira que está aquí. Hey, saludos.
I'm gonna let you guys go so I can get back to work. I really appreciate it so much for the interview. Okay, God bless you guys.
Man, you were awesome this weekend, dude.
You're always welcome here. So just pop in whenever you want.
Pop in and come in on the Monday brunch every morning.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
God bless you guys. Great day.
Wow, what a great guy, man. What a great guy. So let me put this other one back on. Y aquí estamos. We're back in this one. So, man, ¿qué más hicimos? ¿O qué más hiciste? ¿No hiciste nada más?
No, seriously, I was home all weekend. My granddaughter.
Go to the gym?
No, it's so hot.
Está bien caliente para ir al gym, man. It's so hot. No, but literally, man, you're inside the comfort of your home with the air conditioner on and the whole bit. Y hey, we got another visitor coming in. We got the amazing Zoe. What's up,
my friend?
Hello.
How are you?
Míralo. No, but
Karaoke Joe.
It's working fine.
The number one on-air personality DJ of the year.
Hey, man, we got like one personality to another personality, man. Like Ramone was a winner too, and so is Joe, man. Puro campeón aquí. Puro gente pesada entra aquí a Latino Radio TV, ACTITUD y PASIÓN on the Monday Brunch. Let's see what's going on here. Who's got here? Hey, Dodie. Hello there.
Hey.
If you want to come in, let me know. So, we're scheduling. We need to schedule a pre-test with you, girl.
Yes, we do.
I think I sent you a message. If not, message me under Ray Martinez. Yes.
I sent her a link, but Mini just said she was on interviews right now in San Antonio.
Qué bonito tu profile picture. You look so pretty there.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Wow. So, Joe, what's up with you, Joe?
What's up, brother? What's up? How y'all doing today?
¿Qué me cuentas, Joe?
Thanks for coming on, and congratulations
I
heard for getting married.
I heard. That's what I was going to say. I heard that you guys you're working for a new production company. Que se llama Ball and Chain.
Pura vida, baby. What?
Pura vida ballandchain.com.
You're local, right? Yes, definitely.
Little shout out to thank you very much. Thank you. And I appreciate everybody's appreciate everybody's comments and messages and everything, and congratulations. Rosa wanted to come on today, but she's at work right now. She
Ándale.
works for the state here in Washington, so she's at work right now. But she said thank y'all so much for inviting her on.
Oh yeah, bro. But you used to live in Texas, no? Or no? Or do I have
Yeah.
it all wrong?
No. I lived in Amarillo, Texas.
Okay, yeah,
Well, I actually
Texas.
lived in Crest, but
Okay.
lived in Amarillo, and of course was broadcasting with TC Radio out of San Antonio with 𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏,
Right.
myself and Vic and Peaches, DJ's Peaches.
Yeah. And now you're in Seattle. Is that it?
Now I'm in Seattle.
Oh man. So did you move because you got married, or had you already moved before?
Well, I'd been up here and I'd come up here to visit and stuff, and Rosa and stuff. Me and Rosa are actually childhood sweethearts in high
How
school.
cute.
And in high school, and then I came home on leave one time when I was in the Marine Corps. We spent the week together, and then when I went back to the Marine Corps, a lot of stuff had happened Marine Corps wise,
Yeah.
and so I lost touch of her. And then when I tried to get back a hold of her, she had already started college over here, but I didn't know about that. That was before Facebook and
Right.
MySpace and
Yeah.
even the internet and stuff. So we had no way of contacting each
Well,
other.
it was all about letter writing back in the day, or
Yeah.
phone calls,
Yes.
that kind of deal. It was a different type of love, and man,
Yeah.
it's keep going.
Well, a couple of years ago, she was going through some of her boxes. She was fixing to move back into her house. She was going through divorce, and she found a cassette. When we reconnected, we had went to a studio in Lubbock, Texas, and
Right.
recorded a cassette. And she found that cassette. She's like, I'm gonna look up Joe, see what he's doing. And she looked it up and found Karaoke Joe, and she was like, there's no way this is the same Joe, because back then I was a nerd. I was all quiet and shy and everything. And she's like, there's no way, this is the same Joe interviewing Michael Salgado and Stephanie Montiel and stuff like that. She goes, there's no way. So she hit me up, and it was me.
Wow, that is cool. You know what? It's cool that you married your childhood sweetheart, man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
We all have those stories. I remember in kindergarten there
Yeah.
was this little girl. Back in the day they would put us. You know what? We're getting a little bit of feedback there, Joe.
Let me see
But
real quick.
we they would put us on, they would give us naps, and so we would take naps, and I would always tickle this little girl's feet. She was my sweetheart, kind of like crush, but we never hooked up. We never, we were just friends. But of course I was in kindergarten, but then even throughout school, I just kind of had this crush for her. But we never hooked up at all. You always think back, oh man, whatever happened to that person? And actually, a couple of weeks ago, I was driving by because I was taking my mom to her house, which is a house that I grew up. And we passed by, and I passed by that all the time. And I saw somebody there, and then on the way back, I stopped and, hey, what about Yvonne? Have you seen her? This and that. And they go, no, but they sold the house. Y que esto que el otro. And I think, and her older brother was a friend of mine que se había muerto, and it's that situation. They go, well, it's like, but you kind of want to go back and say hi to some of these people. But then again, there's people you don't want to go back and even dare to look at or say hi to or nada, man. Que se los lleve el viento.
Well, I've seen that, and we are getting a little bit of feedback. I turned off my mic while you and Hilda are talking, but then I'll turn it right back on when I go on. But I've seen with artists, the Hana artists that have hit me up and told me that they're going through the same thing. Margarita Canela, she just barely celebrated her birthday and just barely got married.
Wow.
And same thing happened with her and her husband now. Years ago, dated, lost track, and then came back. Then also Geneva, her brand new song that she has released. She said that was what her song was about. because the same thing happened with her and her husband. So I'm
Wow.
seeing it a lot. I think it's a lot easier with the social media.
Yes.
I think it's a lot easier to do that. Little shot going out to Laura out there. I just saw
Laura.
Laura comment
Laura's
in.
out there, man. Yeah, and you know what,
Hey,
Hilda and I
Laura, my lovely friend.
were talking about, Hilda and I, that relationships that start with texting each other or now over Facebook, coming into the shows and just making comments, and you get to know each other, and then you go sidebar and you have conversations. You develop a certain chemistry and a certain depth, and you get close to each other, and you really get to know each other because you become friends. And then when you meet and the whole, the hugging, the kissing, the hugging, the next level of the intimacy, you're ready for that because there's a foundation. And a relationship without a foundation of friendship, it's not gonna last, because at the first episode, at the first challenge, the first thing that happens is that you drift apart, and you don't try to work together through it, but you kind of argue against each other, and you argue against 𝗍𝗂𝗏, and it's like, that's sad.
Yes, sir. And I mean, even on the friendship side, I didn't know it. And some of the listeners out there might not know it, but because if you see the way Hilda and Laura interact, every time Laura comes on or Hilda comes on, they seem like they've known each other for years. And I always thought they did. And me and Laura were talking a while back, and she told me, she goes, no, me and Hilda met on your show. You said, while I'm mixing, y'all, it's all about fellowship. If y'all see somebody y'all don't know, introduce yourself, comment with each other and everything. And they did. And now they're like besties, out there always, cutting up and everything. So, yeah, I mean, with social media, it brings people together so much.
Yeah. And you know what, Joe? I think maybe you might have been one of the ones that started these conversations, because that's something that amazes me. I do other shows that have nothing to do with the Tejano industry, and people will make comments, but they don't greet each other. And I remember the first show, I was freaking out, and I go, pues qué tan estás poniendo esos nombres, and they're putting that name, make a comment. I was getting like almost frustrated, but then I realized they're talking to each other, and they were having conversations with each other during the show. But that's what this is for. It's bringing people together, and you're right, it's a fellowship. And that's what a fellowship is, when people talk together, not only just go hear somebody, deliver a message and all that. Of course, that as well. But when the fellowship is strong, the show is going to be strong. The show is going to grow. And you is, doing your show. That's why you have achieved what you have achieved, because you've created family. And like, your fans are not simply your fans, but they're como an extension of your family. And in some cases, some of them have become family, because they've been following you for a long time, que te conocen, and you get to know them. And some maybe you have met, some maybe you haven't, but there's that connection, man. It's heart to heart,
I met Joe.
Yes, I appreciate that.
I put a post up. I'm like, who's DJing today? And my son's like, what'd you do that for? And then Joe comes, I'm DJing at 5 o'clock. And that was like almost 2 years ago.
Wow.
So I went on, and then I started tagging people, and that's how I met Laura. And then I put Janie on there, and then I had all these followers.
Yeah.
I started tagging and sharing and blah, blah, blah. And then that's when we found out my son had cancer. And then Joe was on that journey with me, along with a lot of friends. And then it just went from there. So it was
the thing about it is I like the story with Hilda, and her son. I mean, the main reason I started doing the shows, I was actually doing Facebook Live before COVID hit. I know a lot of DJs started doing it once COVID hit, and of course artists were doing the live shows since they couldn't go on their shows. But I started doing it. I'm always going. I'm a nerd, so I'm always trying to go to the next level. And I remember when Facebook actually first started doing live broadcasts, I was at Fanfare, at the Tejano Music Awards Fanfare, and I found out about it. At the time, I was with Throwdown Mix with Johnny Chanclas, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. And I told them, I said, I'm going to go live. And they're like, you could do what? I said, Facebook
You're
has this new
crazy
thing where
or
you can go
what?
live, you don't have to record it first and then take 2 hours to post it, like we
Yeah,
used to have to. But I actually started doing my shows live to bring the audience in a little bit more. Of course, I've been doing radio for years, but radio, you're stuck to a satellite. You're
yeah.
stuck to your radius. For listeners, and going live, I can hit Hilda in Killeen, Texas. I can hit Laura in Florida. So we got Norma. Norma's in Holland, Michigan. I mean, you can hit everybody and don't have to worry about a satellite. So modern technology lets us do that, and it is a fellowship. When everybody was stuck in their houses with COVID,
Yes. Yeah.
it's a way to get everybody back together and support the music that we all love, but then get everybody back together to build that fellowship again, and keep everybody's spirits up. When everybody was stuck in the house, I mean, it was a good way to pick everybody up.
A little bit of normal, of the normal, and you're right, and quite frankly, Joe, you go far beyond what you think you're really reaching, man. We go all over the world, It's like como ahorita, I had my friend from Adriana from Argentina here, and it's like, and I know people are watching us because I know Norma's got family ¿dónde está? In Korea or something like that out there. And they're watching us from over there. Normally, when she goes on, they go on. And aquí, Joe, hey, are you ready to read a book?
Oh my God.
Hi, Laura. Oh man, no, I thought she had. Oh, in Japan, they said Norma. Yes, they've been following Joe for years, but really at the very beginning of COVID, I saw Joe on live and was feeling alone and sad. And his show made me sing and dance, and he was so kind and welcoming that I kept coming back. And then started talking to Hilda and others on his show. Then discovered all these wonderful musicians like Ricky Garcia and many others, and became good friends with them as well. Awesome, man.
Yes.
Amazing. Man, ¿cómo se dice? Just review and testimony to what you have done, Joe. And, man, this is her relative, her daughter is in Japan.
Yes. And then Joe got on-air personality at the All-Star Awards. Yeah. And he had like over, 6,000, close to 7,000 votes.
Laura,
yes, ma'am.
Family for me, like Hilda, Ricky, and so many more. Wow.
Yes.
This is cool.
I mean,
he's
a lot of people.
He makes relationships. Person. Yeah. You do, man. You're like the relationship. Well, you're like the friendship whisperer.
And Joe, not only does he support the artists, but he supports the fans, the promoters, and everybody. And we have a drop with him on his show. It's like he supports everybody that supports him. And with my crazy voice, he asked me for a drop. I'm like, are you serious? Because I can edit it.
I loved it. With all the singers, and like Laura, I'd introduced her to a group out of New Mexico, Smooth. They're a Santana tribute band.
Yeah.
Wow.
And now she's real good friends with the keyboardist and like she was saying, Ricky Garcia with G5. This is a way. The main thing that we're doing is really trying to push the music, and this is a way for everybody to little shot going out to Daniel out there, little way for us to push out the music and not only the music from Texas. I mean, back in the days, Tejano was Texas, and I mean now you got Tejano that's in Texas, it's in Florida, it's in Washington, California,
all over the place.
Chicago, Michigan. I mean, there's so much out there that our genre that everybody keeps saying is dying away is growing more because it's everywhere now. It's not just in our great state of Texas. It's all over the place.
Yeah. He said, Laura, awesome, truth. He said, ha, yes, Hilda and I were so nervous about doing the drop. Hey, he said, oh my God, yes. the smooth and all that. Daniel comes in and he's making a comment here. So I know industry is not going to be the same, but everybody against everybody back in the 80s and 90s, it was awesome. I was almost nobody as long as it was going to happen. Okay, maybe I read it wrong,
You
but
know,
No,
I think that
okay.
I think back in the days it was back in the days you had the groups that were certain groups that were working together and stuff like that, but then you did have a lot of groups that weren't. Everybody was trying to get that
yeah,
big break,
do
get
their own
that big
thing.
contract with
Yeah,
the record companies. And these days you do still see some of the people backstabbing each other or lowballing each other to get a gig or whatever
right.
like that. But I think I've seen a lot of people, especially with COVID, come a lot closer.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
see a lot of unity, Joe.
yes, sir. I mean, and like I said, I mean, it's all about the music to be able to grow. Promoters like Hilda, shows like y'all's show. People, for some reason, they feel that you got to compete, and I'm just the flip of it. I
No.
Right.
think there's enough listeners, there's enough fans out there to where we can all do it
Yeah,
and all share each other's fans. I mean, with y'all's show, I mean, I always come on, I comment, I share.
yeah,
Lucky J, that young cat right there has got a big future with him. And I'm hoping. I mean, he's got that style about him that he could just as easily flip over to the regional Mexico style
right,
of radio. But I mean, I hope he stays Tejano.
right.
And there's artists out there that are the same. Isabel Marie Sanchez. I've told her. I've told Gabriel Zavala. There's so many artists out there that if they wanted to, they could leave Tejano and be hugely successful
Yeah.
in any other genre because they
Right.
had that style about them. If Isabel Marie went regional Mexico and started pushing, more of the Mexico style music, dude, she would blow up. She would be in full house coliseums out there. But luckily, they're staying in Tejano, and I think as long as everybody's working together,
Yeah.
I truly believe that we can still continue growing.
And you know
I
what,
agree
Joe?
with you, Joe. A lot of us, you know what? I actually was right there in front of Isabel Marie and I didn't meet her. I mean, there was just so many people in Vegas. It's so hard to get around to meeting everybody, but there's always next year. But you're right. She sings awesome. She's got this voice. And she's this little bitty thing, just like Savannah of Ocean,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so hard. I was right in front of Chris Perez, and he walked right there. But it's just so hard to meet so many. You know who I want to meet though, like so bad? My husband.
Hashtag
Michael
what's a
Roscoe.
husband?
Michael. The funny thing, one of the first years that I went to, and I always tell people, I tell my wife, because she's a huge Michael Salgado and 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 fan, and she's like, "Oh, if I ever met them, I wouldn't know what to say." I'm like, "Babe, the way I see it with artists is they're most of the Tejano artists. Now you can't do this with Nicki Minaj, with Chris Brown,
Right, right,
not even with George Strait. You
right,
can't walk up to them and just say hi and take a selfie. But the
right, right,
Tejano
right.
industry, the reason I love Tejano is because you can go up to Stephanie Montiel, to
Uh-huh.
Eli La Reina,
Yeah.
to any of the artists out there, no matter how
Right.
many awards they've won, and they'll still take the time
They're
to
human.
Yeah,
They're
spend with you.
relatable. They're approachable.
And so I always tell people, treat them with respect, but
exactly.
they're humans just like us. I remember
Yeah.
one year, it was so funny. The first year I went to San Antonio for the Pan Fair, and we were on live. I was at the time with the Hanos Best, and we were on live, and one of the other DJs yelled out, and he's like, "Hey, there goes Abraham." I said, "Abraham?" He said, "Abraham Quintanilla." I was like, "Dude, I'm live on air. Call him. Tell him come here." Because that's how I am. I mean,
Right,
I'm not shy. That's how I've got to meet most of the artists I have. I walk up to
right.
him and say, "You want to do an interview?"
Yeah, yeah,
And he was like, "Dude, but it's Abraham." I'm like, "Dude, go get him." He's like,
yeah, yeah,
"Dude,
yeah.
it's Abraham."
I mean,
Abraham
the worst he can
Quintanilla
say
has that
is no. I
persona
can't.
I can say
that
no
everybody's scared of
Yeah,
him.
you gotta take a chance.
because
I
he's
mean,
so honored
Yeah.
and stern. Like
you know what, Joe? I've been doing this for like 14 months, and quite frankly, for probably a year of that, I've been having a different guest every single time on the show, and I didn't know them before. It just takes me sending a message out and reaching out to the people and say, hey, this is Royal. This is Ray Martinez from ACTITUD y PASIÓN. Listen, I really like what you do. Would you like to join us on the show? Boom, boom, boom. And just leave it there. If they answer, we start a conversation and it goes to the next level. We do a show. If they ignore me, hey, I just go to the next message and send another message out. It's a numbers game, but you got to take a chance, guys, you like a certain girl out there, you see a certain woman that looks pretty, that looks hot, walk up to her and talk to her. Ladies, do the same, because, they might not walk up to you. They may like you. They might not know you. They might have missed you. But then once the communication starts, maybe the spark begins. You want to start a business, man. Go for it. Take a chance.
I was really nervous to meet La Fiebre, Rudy Rocha.
Hey, look
and
at this guy.
I was like, I bumped into them at Vegas, and I'm like, can I take a picture with you? I said, hi, can I take a picture? And Ruby was like, why is everybody so nervous to take a picture with us or say hi? I'm like, respect.
Míralo.
And then, so she grabbed all the band and came and said, let's get a picture with Hilda. And I go, y'all remember me? He's like, yeah. And I go, I used to be with Tejano Outlaw. He goes, what happened? I said, nothing. So, they all grabbed it. And you know what she did? She just gave me Rudy's personal number, said, call us whenever you want.
Wow.
And I go, oh, are you willing to do an interview? She goes, just call us anytime. Send me the picture. I still haven't sent them the picture. I'm not like, pushy. You know what I'm saying? Like, yesterday I sent you a message. I was kind of like, should I send Karaoke Joe the message? I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like hard for me to be like Royal. He's like, I'm going to message him.
Well, like La Fiebre. I mean, La Fiebre was one of the first groups that I'd ever seen live, and they're the ones that actually got me in Tejano. And 27 years after I saw their first concert, I finally got to interview them. That was a couple of years ago. I interviewed them in Amarillo at Down Wild West, and I told them the whole story and everything. Got a little shout out to Vic out there. Shout out to Monterrey. Also, we got Carlos 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 from 𝗟𝗘𝗗𝗏𝗏𝗏 Midwest All-Stars out there, guys. Hello.
Carlos, man.
But the funny story about when I met Abraham, so this dude, the DJ was kind of timid, so I finally threw my headphones off. I was kind of mad. And I threw my headphones on. I was like, dude, I'll go get him. So I jumped up and I went up to him and I said, Mr. Quintanilla, you always start, with something simple. Can I get a picture? And he's like, yeah. So we did a selfie and I said, sir, I'm Karaoke Joe with TejanosBest.com. I said, our tent is right here. We're broadcasting live. Would you like to come do an interview? And right away, he's like, nah. I'm hungry right now. I'm going to go get something to eat. I said, well, after you get done eating, we're going to be broadcasting. If you want to come back, I'll still be live on there and everything. He goes, well, who are you with? I said, TejanosBest.com. And he goes, well, have you ever heard of SelenaRadio.com? And of course I have. It's Selena. But I said, no, just to start a conversation. I was like, oh, no, what is that? So he had his phone on a selfie stick. Abraham Quintanilla with a selfie stick. So he pulls his phone down and he shows me. And we were right in the sun. So where he shows me, we couldn't see his screen too good. So he goes, "Hombre, we need some shade." And again, thinking, I said, "Sir, my tent is right here." So
and I got some drinks.
We went over there. And I got my phone and I turned on the video and I passed it to that DJ. I said, dude, videotape. He's like, is he going to do an interview? I said, no. He goes, why do you want me to videotape? I'm like, dude, videotape, And so he was videotaping and you can see on the video, Abraham showing me his phone and the radio station and everything. We're talking. Well, then we get done and he walks off and my kids come around the corner. I didn't know where they were at. And I'm like, where the heck were y'all at? I said, y'all ain't gonna believe who I just saw and took a picture with. And they're like, you're not gonna believe who we took a picture with. I said, Abraham Quintanilla. And they're like, we just took a picture with 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏.
Wow.
So they were doing the same thing I was doing. Yep.
Yeah. But you know what? You took a chance. You took that step. You marched forward the challenge and you overcame and you were successful, man. And the thing is that some people just sit on 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 an opportunity and they don't take it. And you got an interview, you got to meet this guy on a more personal basis, and sometimes they become friends, sometimes they don't, but at least you got a little bit of what you wanted to get out of that opportunity. Pues, that was cool, man. Dice, Carlos, definitely give me a call, Carlos. We definitely could schedule a show. I know it'd been a while. You had probably were going to be one of the very first ones that I was going to interview, but it just didn't happen. And so now we will. Qué bueno. ¿Qué dice aquí? Rosa, hey,
Hey,
hello,
Rosa, Miss Casas.
thank you for having me on your show.
There's no
My apologies for not being able to be on your show this morning. So happy I'm able to listen. Great show. Thank you, Rosa. You're welcome anytime, girl.
Thank you for popping in.
Oh, man. So, Joe, man, we need to bring you on a regular show.
Yes,
and,
back on.
man, you have some stories that, man, the people would love to hear.
Yes.
That they haven't heard, man. You have history, man. You've been around.
Yes.
You're a pillar in the Tejano industry, and man, I salute you.
I got to
Thank you,
say
sir.
first,
Thank
Joe
you.
has a lot. He plays the saxophone, don't you?
Oh, man.
Yes,
Yes,
like
yes, yes,
Michael
yes.
Bolton, right? Yes.
My
he has
Kenny G. Yep. Yeah.
Yes, and he's been in California Station, right? In the Marines. Joe has a history behind him, so we definitely got to bring him back, but at the evening show with his wife Rosa, because they have some amazing pictures to show from the wedding.
Oh,
And there
those were awesome. The ones that you guys
beautiful
posted, man.
pictures.
It was
Yes,
great, man.
Thank you.
And we wanna see them.
And Hilda, you know what else? Respect and salute and thank you for your service, Joe.
Absolutely.
Man, it's an honor to have you here. It's an honor to be privileged to be in front of a veteran that I mean, even the veteran stories. You know what, Joe? Next year when I do the veteran show that I normally do every year, I want you to be my guest on that show.
Yes, sir. That'd be an honor. That would be an honor, sir.
And it'll be very revealed and respectful show, and it'll be great. I would love to have you.
I've never met Joe, but here is just an honor to just see you, and hopefully to get to meet you and your wife one day.
Yeah.
And I just like to thank you for everything you do, all the support you give me, the artists, and everybody. You do an awesome, outstanding job, Joe. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
It's people don't understand like the jobs that we do. The way I see it, I've worked FM radio, and I didn't like FM radio for a couple of reasons. One of the main reasons was because FM radio, if we did an interview with the artist, the program directors always wanted a quick 5-minute interview.
Yes.
In 5 minutes, the artist doesn't have any time to be able to give their story of their song, So I'm thinking, y'all just want to play their song, but you don't want to give them credit and everything like that.
Right.
Doing it the way we do it, we can have full-length interviews, and people don't understand. The Tejano fans love hearing a story and being able to connect with La Fiebre, with Stephanie, with Gabriela. They want to feel that. Want to know why. Monica Sadivar and JV did that "Soy Más Fuerte" song. They want to hear the backstory.
Yes.
So I love being able to do that here. And then, but people don't understand, to me, what we do on this side versus FM radio, we got a harder job because we're our own program director. We put the playlist together.
Oh, yeah.
We got to download all the music Hilda sends me and all the other amazing promoters. We put the playlist together. We had to, figure out what's going to be hot and what's in hot rotation. To me, internet radio doesn't really get enough credit because we do a lot of stuff, more stuff than what an FM station would be doing. FM radio DJs, they go in and, they basically go in and hit the mic and then turn it off, but the music's already set, And so, I mean, I love doing this. the bad part about it is doing internet radio versus doing FM radio is we don't get paid, unless we got sponsors or something like that. That's the only way we're going to make any money.
Wow.
But on the same side, like I'm very proud of the fact that Vic G has gone above and beyond Vic Gonzalez to make sure that we're doing royalties back to the artist. We are licensed through BMI. So all the music we play on the radio station goes back to, the artist, and they need it. I mean, that it's their music. They deserve the credit and the money,
No,
for
no,
the
definitely.
spins out there. But
Wow.
I just love doing this. I love doing this. I love sharing music, sharing new music.
Yeah.
Of course, I could do a whole show and pull up, a couple of hundred people on a show if I play the old classics. But
Right.
I love pulling up, the new 𝗟𝗃𝗗𝗏 𝗡𝗏,
Yeah.
Gabriela Salazar,
Yes.
all the new artists that are jumping out there. I love doing that.
No, and you know what? And that's the way we see this. At first people started to say, well, you just want to promote, No, it was never about promotion because Hilda was here. The thing is that this was a place where artists could showcase their stuff, come, and give them like at least 45 minutes to an hour. And also for us, the viewers, to see their passion and their love for what they do, and to kind of see them on a more personal basis, like what you're saying, because that creates the love, that creates the fellowship that a fan and the artist have, and it allows the artist to kind of in a way step down to where the fans are at and show them, look, I'm human. I play tennis. I cook. I go swimming. I love to do this. I got kids. I like to go camping. I like to go running. All the things that are not music related but are human that you do as well. And that's the part of the show that I like, because you're able to meet another human being and not kind of like a Superman or a Superwoman, but it's somebody that's relatable, and you kind of, so especially somebody that's not in the industry, like a fan of the industry, and they see our shows and they become fans. And so I always say that because our show is not necessarily all music fans, but then they become music fans, just like I did. Como dice, the hair commercial, I was a customer and now I own the company or something like that.
I think like with the artists, that's the reason. Like sometimes when I'm going out, if I'm heavy in the mix, I really can't jump up and down. But a lot of times, if I'm just doing a playlist, I like tagging the artists because the fans, Hilda started off as a fan, and we all did, and in doing that, to tag Ernestine Romero, my angel from above, to tag Ernestine and know that every time I played one of her songs and tagged her, she would come on the show. She would text in, comment in, and the artists, the fans were like, hey, there she is, and I do the same, Laura, every time I play G5, Laura's always tagging Ricky and the crew. When I play 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, she's tagging. The fans love, and Tejano will do that. If I did an R&B show and I played Nicki Minaj, Chris Brown, Cardi B, and tagged them, man, they're not looking at that. They're not going to come in and comment on. But Tejano is about family. Our artists still remember where they come from, and so they do come on. I've had Bobby Pulido has commented in, Michael Salgado, Stephanie Montiel. Stephanie Montiel got my son's head so big because every time I would post one of his football videos, she would come on and say, "Go, mijo." And I told her one time in an interview, I said, "Girl, you make his head so big, the helmet don't even fit." And she goes, "He deserves it. He works so hard, So, she comes on even when I'm not on air. No shot going out to Everett Lovato with Smooth. The
Mexico, right?
tribute band just really commented in right there.
Michael said, hey, it's so awesome on Joe's show. We tag like all the artists and they all come in and support Joe. That is so cool. They all come on.
It's always an honor when they do that.
Yes.
And it's like Royal just said, you got to take a chance. I remember the first time before I was even out there, I knew DJ Kane was coming to Amarillo. And I messaged him. I said, hey, dude, I'm going to be in the area. I wasn't even with the radio station. And he was so humble. He still did it. I said, hey, you want to do a quick interview? We'll post it on Facebook to promote the show. He's like, yeah, sure. So I showed up at the hotel. We did an interview, real quick. We promoted the show. And then we went into the club that it was going to be at and everything. Yeah. And man, that video, everybody was watching, and we got a lot more people that came in, and stuff.
Yeah.
And that was DJ Kane. I mean, a legend, and right away he was like, sure, let's do it,
Let's do it.
George Salazar, hello.
Hello.
Hey. I met George Salazar in Vegas. He's so nice.
Yeah, he's awesome. I haven't met him yet, but just seeing him here, it's like,
yeah. Him and Norma are so nice. I met him in Vegas. Carlos Aldaco, okay, thank you, mijo.
Yeah. Orale, Carlos,
the thing I was saying about Tejano being all over the place, that's a testament right there. You got Carlos Aldaco with Midwest All Stars, and then you got George Salazar. George Salazar is actually with the
Aldacos.
Carlos Aldaco and the Midwest All Stars. Produce George Salazar. They're all from Michigan.
Yeah.
I mean, and they're all hitting it big. And there was George in Las Vegas, popping it up there.
He was everywhere. Him and Norma. Norma was the one everywhere. I think George was just like following her. She's like, get over here.
Norma had some cool videos right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Norma was cada ratito. I don't know the rights to the music. I don't know the rights to this music.
I was there and she was tagging me too. I'm like, I'm right here.
Oh my goodness. Well, Joe, we gotta let you go because this show has already gone over, about a little bit over an hour. We don't want to make it too long because we want people to be able to see it and to invest the time to see it. And sometimes you can't invest more than an hour because of your things that happen.
It'll be on YouTube and Latino Radio TV.
Latino Radio TV and also on ACTITUD y PASIÓN. And guys, definitely come to every Monday morning to the Monday brunch because we have no idea who's going to come by. And of course, we have our scheduled shows with scheduled artists on Thursday. Hold on, people are coming already.
We have
Diana from
Séptimo Contacto coming up on Thursday.
They're coming up on Thursday. So guys, it is awesome. Joe, thank you. We need to schedule a show for you, Joe. Joe, this is your pre-test, so we don't have to do a pre-test for you anymore. This also becomes a pre-test, guys. So it's a pre-test show, and then you get invited
maybe you can send us one of those mixes so we can put on your invitation with a beautiful picture of you and Rosa.
Man. Yeah.
And that will be our invitation.
Yeah, that'd be cool,
that
man.
Would be perfect.
So, Joe, pues buenos días. Saludes a tu Rosita.
Yes.
And so, man, you're the man now. You're a husband now, and so I know you're gonna be awesome.
Oh, he is awesome. Thank you for coming on, Joe.
Thank you very much,
everyone for your support, views. Have a wonderful day, and thank you,
Thank
Royal.
you. Well, thank y'all very much, and on behalf of all the listeners, all y'all's fans, I got to tell y'all thank you for what y'all do, both on the brunch and also on the evening show, the talk show. Y'all do an amazing job. I always like watching and the interviews and everything. Y'all do an amazing job. So keep doing what y'all are doing. And one of these times I'll go on and maybe we can do a live mix on one of the evening shows.
Definitely. Or you know what, Joe? Just let me know and we'll do it when whatever time's convenient for you, whatever note is convenient for you. If it kind of works for us, we'll schedule a special show for you, man. Because
we can even do like a midnight show, like around 10 or 11.
A midnight show or 10:30 at night show.
Yes.
Because you're on an earlier time, so our midnight would be your 10 o'clock. So that would be
like
perfect
time for you. Tuesday night or something. Yeah.
Está bueno, Joe. Los vemos. You know what? Just stay on. We're going to end this show right now with just Latino Radio TV exit music. And guys, besitos, abrazos. This is Royal, Hilda, and Joe.
Pura vida, baby. Let's go.
Gracias por acompañarnos en este stream y quiero recordarte que puedes vernos también a través de YouTube Latino Radio TV, la imagen que te atrapa. Latino Radio TV, la experiencia.